Hey guys, so Scott here with Barsco Garage with another build. So this one here is the XF Falcon. I've owned this car for 5 years. I can't believe that. I bought it in 2013 at auction for 400 bucks. Drove it back from Melbourne and made it back all the way to the East Coast. I've owned this car now, as I said just before, for 5 years. And between now and then, I've had so many different cars, and I've always kept this car. It was always, I'll start this one after I get the next one. Typical car guy. Always have a couple projects going on, and you know, I've just started recently coming back out here to where the car is stored, and it's looking a bit sad. And now I need the space because I've got the ZH Fairlane that still needs to be done with the Welsh plug and a few other little things like that. It's out of rego now, so I really don't like it being outside. This one here is sitting under my carport, so it's taking up room that I need. Now, I'm going to show it pretty much in the state that it's in. I'm not going to polish it. I'm not going to, wash it before I go out there. I'm not going to move anything. How it's sitting right now is how it's been sitting. Not for the last 5 years. Don't get me wrong. I've done things to it here, there, and everywhere. Had a couple good weekends with it, and then just fallen back off. And I know that this is a pattern that everybody who does, project cars and who has multiple cars, like right now I have 8 cars. So it's four again. I've got 8 cars at the moment. Now, I'm only one person. You can't get around to that many cars. And, other people would say, oh, you shouldn't own that many or whatever, but I'm a car guy. I enjoy it. This is what I do. This is what I collect. This is what I like to build. So I'm really going to take you guys through an in-depth build of what I'm going to be doing with this car. So it's a 1986 XF Falcon. It's an S-Pack. You're going to see some things that I'm going to do with the bodywork. Now, with this car, I'm not going to make it a trailer queen. It's not going to be beautiful. I want it to drive. I want it to look mean on the road. I want it to turn heads. Other than that, I just want a regular, I'm not going to drop, an 8 in it. It's not going to be at Summernats. I just want it fixed. Pretty much this car here, I saved it from the crusher. So, any improvement's an improvement. As I said, I got it for 400 bucks. I drove it back from Victoria, pretty much outskirts of Melbourne, and made it all the way back to the East Coast. Didn't really miss a beat. Before that, it was owned by an elderly couple. There was some rust in the rear quarters, which is a problem with these XF Falcons, which is a common one. And being young and naive, like this was 5 years ago, in 2013. I will figure out at the end of this video how old I was when I bought this car and how much now my opinions have changed and how much more I understand what work goes into these things. It's not just wax and bog over it and paint it and finish it. It's a whole nother kit and caboodle. So this time we're going to do it properly, and you're going to see me do some things that's, it's finally going to give me the, doing this video and it's going to give me that push from behind to really finish this car. And now also too, I'm running out of space. I have so many other projects and so many things I want to do with this channel, but also just, what I want to do in general with other cars that I've got. And I need my garages back. I need my carports back. So cars like this that have just been sitting, it's all well and good, but I need to start, getting them done. So I know this is kind of a long intro and it's kind of boring, but if you're still watching, thank you very much. I'm going to show the car, how it is right now. So stay tuned. So this is the car here, guys. 1986 Ford Falcon S-Pack. So I mean, I have done some work to it. I'm talking myself down. I have started it at least. Put the steel inserts on the rims, painted the rims themselves. It's still running on the stockies. The reason why the lower half is covered in primer is because I'm looking to two-tone it. So other than that, it's just been sitting. It's just dusty. It's just filthy. Should be unlocked. No reason to lock it at the moment. So yeah, that's it. It's well used. I mean, way to put it is well used. I think something really cool about this car though is that transmission lock. Old school anti-theft device, but I mean it works. So why not? Keep away an idiot with a pair of scissors, but other than that, the interior, I'm not 100% sure on what I'm doing. As I said, I'm not looking to make this car like perfect. It just kind of needs a little bit of everything. But other than that, I mean, it's not in too bad of, nick. It's just been sitting a while. It's even got a CD player in here. Not that she's wired, but it's sitting there. It's ready to go. Tail light for out the back. which I'll show you why that's out in a moment. But I mean, other than that, the interior, once you get some cleaner on that, it's going to come up pretty smick. Get rid of whatever spiders seem to be living in here. But yeah, other than that, 228,000 Ks on the clock, so it's not, you know, it hasn't been around the world and back. But with that being said, a car like this so old, you wouldn't really know if that's up to date or if it's been changed out at any point. But yeah, no, I really think that, you know, that transmission lock is something really cool. And when I bought it, you know, I thought I'd be, you know, driving this as a daily, and I thought, well, that's a really good sticking point, you know. But other than that, it's got the electronic towing as well, so brake assist, they pull a trailer with it. That's another reason why I want to get it back on the road is, you know, it's always handy to have something that's willing to pull a car trailer when you meet. So guys, around the back of the car here, the filler cap goes under the rear plate, which I really love about these cars. There's no filler on either side of these Falcons, it's just under the plate. And it was a funny story actually, when I picked this car up in Victoria, first thing I did obviously is when you buy a new car, you got to put some juice in it. And I went to fill it up and the guy at the servo wouldn't turn the pump on because he couldn't see my plate. And he wouldn't listen to me when I said that, mate, that's how it's made. So I just ended up driving out of there and went somewhere else that actually served me. But yeah, this is one thing that's really slowed up the build at the moment. And this is just a small rust hole. You know, not that big. You know, it's not a drama. But with that being said, listen, I'm going to actually be teaching myself how to weld. This is actually going to be my first piece that I do, and I'm going to do it on the channel. So I'm looking into that at the moment, buying a welder and actually knocking this out myself, because trying to find someone to do it, no one wants the job. Other than that, the two-toning on this side, I want to prime all that back because it had the sticker decals on that one there, and they were just in terrible shape. Like they're half there, half not. And eventually, you know, it just came time where I thought, nah, I reckon the red, keep the original red colour over a gloss black. And when in a minute I'll show you the rims that I want to put on it, I think it'll come up good. And obviously keeping the interior kind of black and red, running with that whole black and red, you know, theme for this car. Other than that, I mean, it is pretty original, but this is one thing that definitely slowed us up. Obviously, it wasn't this big when I first bought the car. I thought it was just a rust spot. And then I sanded it back and sanded it back and sanded it back and realised that there was just no metal there and this was all bog. Anyway, I've cut the metal recently when I started getting back into this car, before I started this channel, but you know, when I realised that I need to get this car done, that I was going to, you know, do this properly and not, you know, bog anything back up. So I did, and that's how big the rust was. You know, believe me, I didn't cut any more out than I needed to. Up that corner is going to be a shit of a job, but, you know, around here, I'm thinking it's pretty straight, it's pretty easy. I haven't welded before, and I'm happy to admit that, but with that being said, with these cars, I'm going to have to bloody learn, so you guys are going to follow along with that one. So yeah, hence the reason the taillight's out the back is obviously I've got the colour match paint for these two rear quarters, and then I'm going to buy the black paint and stuff like that. So in the next couple videos you'll see I'm going to finish the bodywork. I think once the car's got decent bodywork, it makes it that much easier. As far as the motor goes, we'll go to that now. So yeah guys, this is the front, this is the donk. So 6-cylinder, just straight 6. Tell you what, this battery, for the life that it led, it was brand new when I bought the car. That actually replaced it like 2 weeks ago. Now this only died like a couple weeks ago. Obviously it wasn't really a runner, so it wasn't going all the time, but with that being said, for the amount of time that lasted, shout out to Repco. Because obviously they sell some quality ass batteries, because that held its charge a whole time it was sitting here, and it wasn't put in other cars or anything like that. It just kind of was sitting. Only lost charge a couple of weeks ago. So obviously, you know, all the fluids and stuff are going to have to be changed. The motor is okay. It has a tendency to run a little hot, like it won't even show on the gauge inside the cluster, but if you know, run it for a little while and then pop the hood, you can just feel the heat coming off it. So I really want to have a look at that. and certain things, like, I mean, obviously I really want to flush the radiator, change the oil from it, any fluid really. I think they all need to be done, so I'm not going to dance around that. If it's got to be done, it's got to be done. Other than that, I think with a clean, this car is going to come up $1 million, and when it's clean, it's just going to look like it's ready to go. I mean, the paintwork is not too bad. Like, it looks terrible because it's been sitting, but, you know, it's just not an ugly car. Well, to me, it's not anyway. I've had a lot of people say it's a big red brick, but, you know, I'm not going to worry about that too much. I love it. So yeah, that's the car there. So yeah, guys, I mentioned earlier that I wanted to chuck some rims on it and that I had some here. So I got these off my friend for like 80 or $100. The tyres are really good on them for the most part, apart from the rear set was shredded, but I can't hold that against him. Got them for a good deal. Heaps of rash on them. With that being said, I'm not really that bothered by it, just because first off, the car's not going to be, as I said, a polished trailer queen, you know, with everything on it, you know, 100%. I want it to look a little bit, you know, used, and not worry about it, and, you know, leave it in a shopping centre car park and all that kind of stuff. So, well, maybe not that far, but but with that being said, I was also thinking I want to look into that Plasti-Dip paint, that stuff that you can just peel off, spray these black, because I think with the two-tone over the red, with the gloss black on the bottom half, it's going to look $1 million if they're, you know, just some big gloss black rims on it. So these ones here are 19s, but if anyone asks, they're 20s. They're in decent nick. Well, not so much. No, I'll take that back. They're not in great nick. But rims are rims. I was going to put 12 solders on it, but I'm thinking those for the ZH, which I'm going to show in another video again. But this one today is all about the XF, and these are the rims and tyres at this current moment that I do want to put on it. So, you know, hopefully. Alright guys, so pretty much as I said, that's just an overview of the car. It's just what it is right now. I worked out that I think when I bought that car I was like 17 or just turning 18. So I was like, yeah, I'll fix that on it. Everything about cars, bro. I did say at the start of this video that I'd say, you know, how my opinions have changed. My opinions haven't changed. I'm still an idiot. I'll still buy something that needs heaps of work and think, oh, I can do that. Knock that off a few weekends, whatever. But with that being said, like, obviously I just understand so much more. You know, I understand what's involved. I understand what money is involved. Money is very important if you're going to be building cars, boys and girls. So if you know, you want to start a project car or something like that of your own, all power to you. I reckon keep doing it. It's a great hobby. It's something that, you know, if it's in your blood, do it. You know what I mean? But as Eric the car guy on ECTG1 said once upon a time, these project cars will nickel and dime you to death. But with that being said, I'm off to sell some parts today. All the parts that I'm selling off the current parts car that I'm parting out at the moment, all that money there is going towards that XF Falcon. No ifs, ands, or buts. So I'm going to be spending some money on it. I'm going to go make a list of what I need to buy. And I don't know if I'll go buy it today, but I'll buy it this week. I'm working 6-day weeks at the moment at my day job. Unfortunately, I wish this was my day job one day. But until then, I'm working, and it sucks, but it's bringing the money in, and it enables me to do this kind of stuff when I get some time off like this. So listen, if you feel like I'm lacking or anything like that, send me a message. I'm keen to talk about any build that I'm doing at any time with anybody. This is what I live for. And as always, like and subscribe down the bottom. Anyone that does it, even if it's just a thumbs up, man, I appreciate it 100%. Anyone that does that is awesome. And I really want you to follow along, because this is going to give me the motivation, I think, to really get this done. And man, like, yeah, at the end of it, like, I'm going to have a cool car. Like, I'm going to finish my XF. And once that's off my shoulders, just start another one. Because I'm an idiot, and I love to waste and spend my money on cars and waste my time and all the rest of it. But I'll catch you guys next time, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you then.